Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're diving into a world where secrets unravel, relationships shatter, and emotions run dangerously high. If you thought last week's drama was intense, brace yourselves because this week on The Bold and the Beautiful, the betrayals cut deeper, the confrontations explode louder, and the consequences? They'll be felt for a long time to come. So grab your popcorn because we're about to break it all down. Hope Logan faces the ultimate betrayal and she's not holding back. Nothing in Hope Logan's life could have prepared her for the gut-wrenching moment when she walked into the CEO office and saw something that changed everything. There, standing just a few feet away, was the man she trusted, the man she gave her heart to, Carter Walton, kissing another woman. But this wasn't just any woman. No, this was Daphne Rose, a woman Hope had long suspected had a dangerous interest in Carter. And now? Her worst fears were playing out right before her eyes. For a split second, Hope could have screamed, could have stormed in and torn the office apart. But instead, she froze. Her fingers gripped the doorknob so tightly that her knuckles turned white, her heart pounded so loudly she could hear it in her ears, and a single thought raced through her mind. How could he? Instead of confronting them right then and there, she made a choice that spoke volumes. She quietly closed the door and walked away, her breath shaky, her legs barely holding her up as she tried to process what she had just witnessed. But the pain of betrayal quickly turned into something else, a fiery determination to get answers. Carter Walton, caught in the act, now he has to face the music. When Hope finally came back to confront Carter, she wasn't just hurt, she was furious. Her voice shook as she stood before him, as brimming with tears that she refused to let fall. "I saw everything," she whispered, but the words felt like thunder in the silence of the room. Carter's face drained of color. He had no excuses, no quick-witted charm to get himself out of this one. He opened his mouth, but nothing came out. What could he say? That it was a mistake? That it meant nothing? That he didn't think she would find out? Hope stared at him, waiting. And when he still said nothing, she let out a bitter laugh. "Wow," she murmured. "Not even a pathetic excuse? Nothing?" Carter knew he had messed up, but was there any way to fix it? Daphne Rose, the woman who just shattered Hope's world, but Hope wasn't done. If she was going to fight for her dignity, she had one more confrontation to handle. Storming into the hallway, she found Daphne standing there, almost smug, as if she knew what was coming. Hope didn't hold back. She got right in her face, her voice cold, controlled, but filled with warning. "You will not make another move on him," she hissed. "Tu comprends." There was a long silence. Then, Daphne smirked. "Who said I have to make a move?" she purred. "Maybe Carter came to me." Hope's fists clenched. This wasn't just about a kiss anymore. This was a game and Daphne was playing dirty. But Hope wasn't going to let her win. John Finn's world just got turned upside down. And Steffy Forrester is not having it. While Hope was dealing with betrayal, John Finnegan was having a crisis of his own. It all started when Luna Nozawa sat down with him last week and poured out her heart. She told him about her childhood, about how she never had a father, about how he never cared, about how she grew up feeling invisible. Finn listened, and every word hit him like a punch to the gut. He tried to comfort her, to tell her that maybe things weren't as simple as she thought. But nothing could have prepared him for the shocking truth that soon followed. Because Finn, the man who had spent his entire life believing he had no biological children other than those with Steffy, suddenly realized something that shook him to his core. He was Luna's father. The weight of that revelation crushed him. His hands trembled, his chest tightened, and for a long moment, he couldn't speak. The girl sitting before him, crying about the father she never knew, was his daughter. And she had no idea. "I didn't know," he whispered, his voice barely audible. "I didn't know. But next week, that changes. Finn will gather his courage and tell Luna the truth. And her reaction is going to be heartbreaking. Steffy Forrester loses it, and Finn might lose everything. But Finn's problems don't end there. Because when he gets home and tells Steffy the truth, she explodes. You want to bring her into our lives? She screams. You want to just act like everything is fine? Finn, she's broken. She is not your sweet little girl. Steffy is terrified. She spent years building the perfect life, the perfect marriage, the perfect family. And now, out of nowhere, this girl shows up and threatens to destroy it all. But Finn, he's made up his mind. He looks Steffy right in the eyes and says, "She's my daughter. I won't turn my back on her." Steffy's breath catches. In that moment, she knows. This isn't over. What happens next? Guys, things are only getting more explosive from here. Will Hope get revenge? Will Carter regret his choices? Will Daphne make an even bigger move? And what about Finn? Will he be able to hold on to both his marriage and his daughter, or will he be forced to choose? One thing's for sure, this is going to be a week to remember. Stay tuned, and as always, let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen next.